Hello, everybody. Hello. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm in a lot different shape than I was yesterday. So, after that weird allergy reaction, I came and took meds and treated and all that and laid on the couch. And I was feeling okay. And then Zilly and I went out to do the e-cig shop and to go grocery shopping for the week. So we did that. But before we got to the e-cig shop, I was kind of mentioning I'm really getting in a lot of pain in this weird spot. It's like right over my ovary. And we didn't really think much of it until later on when it got to the unbearable point. But when we got home from grocery shopping, I mean, we were out from about 6 to 8. So we went grocery shopping and then we came home and popped ibuprofen. And she's like, wait an hour. If you don't have any signs of feeling better at all, we'll go to the ER because it's probably a burst ovarian cyst. And so we ended up going to the ER because the pain was just getting worse and worse and worse. And oh, guys, so it was a little bit of a whirlwind. They got us in pretty quickly, which was nice because it was fairly busy. And they did blood work, they did an ultrasound, and they did a urinalysis. And they put in an IV right there. You guys can't really see it, but this hand is kind of on the puffy side right now. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. So they got me pain medication, some nausea medication, and drew some bloods. And after they drew the blood, or not after they drew the blood, after they gave me all my pain medications, I developed a hive, a giant hive right here. Like the biggest hive I've ever. It was such a weird reaction because it was exceedingly local. No reactions to the meds otherwise, like nothing happened. And so we think it was just like a histamine reaction to either the adhesive, which I've never had that bad of a reaction before, but maybe just a histamine reaction in general because the medications kind of not damage the vein, but irritate the vein because they burn and things like that. And so they had to give me Benadryl on top of that. They quickly pushed Benadryl. And then I went down to the ultrasound. And in the ultrasound, the guy was showing me everything. Here's your ovary, here's your uterus, here's your non-existent ovary on the other side. And he's like, oh, your cysts are about an inch, he's like, I was looking at your last ultrasound and they were about the same size. And he's like, there's good blood flow, nothing, I don't see any free fluid in your abdomen, anything like that. He was 100% downplaying what was going on. When the doctor came in, and this is a doctor that I've seen many times at the ER, she's fantastic. She came in and she's like, well, here's the deal. You have 3 cysts. In 2015, they were about 1 inch big, which is pretty good size when you think of it because an ovary is the size of a walnut. So an inch cyst, 3 of them, causes the ovary to get really big. She's like, well, they were 3 centimeters last time we looked at them. They're now 6 centimeters. Oh, yeah, and by the way, one of them has definitely been bled into. So, meaning if that one ruptures, I bleed. And she's like, also, what we think is going on is that these ovaries are so big that it's now basically causing ovarian torsion, which means they kind of twist in on themselves or collapse in on themselves and cut off blood supply. She's like, we're going to redraw some bloods, check your lactase or lactic acid levels, make sure there's no dying tissue. She's like, you're probably going to go be admitted tonight, but I want to check with the OBGYN on call first. She's She's like, "Have you eaten any food in the last 12 hours?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Okay, don't." Because you might be having surgery. So she talked to the OBGYN. They decided that because my lactic acid levels were normal, that I was okay. They were going to send me home for the weekend with the promise that as soon as anything worse goes on, I come back. Which we'll see how the pain is handled with oral medication, because where Andrew's going to get her out right now. So they dosed me up with, let's see, they gave me morphine and Benadryl and Zofran first. Then because of the reaction, they didn't want to do morphine again right away. So they they gave me fentanyl and then an oral pain medication and sent me home. They did not say bed rest or anything, but she said basically what's going on is excuse me, is that your ovary is intermittently being cut, like the blood supply is intermittently being cut off when you move around or things like that. So she said, yeah, kind of take it easy over the weekend. And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I am home at the moment. Probably won't be home all weekend. Going to be talking, goodness sakes, there's sinus junk in my throat right now. We're going to be talking to the OBGYN on Monday, if not sooner, depending on how today goes. Because right now I'm in a lot of pain, and if these oral meds don't really help, we're going to have to go in again. And Andrew said this time, he's like, I'm not letting them send you home this time if we go back in. But looks like they're going to be taking out my ovary here before too long. And if they're going in to take my ovary, I'm going to tell them just take the freaking uterus. I don't need a uterus if I have no ovaries. So, yay me. But I thought I would kind of get online, do a live video for those of you who are in here. And then just this is an easy way to update and go live at the same time. Thankfully, I have most of this. I mean, I have all my orders out except for the one, but that guy is not contacting me, so he can wait as long as I need to at this point. And so yeah, but that was not expected for this weekend, that's for sure. And I know this is going to kind of sound bad, okay? But so with my stuff, I have a history of like having a lot of abdominal pain, and we end up going to the ER because either I'm vomiting, I'm having diarrhea, or I'm not passing anything. We check for a blockage, and up to this date, nothing's been going on with that. But when this pain started, and it's a completely different place, a completely different type of pain, I was kind of like, we shouldn't go to the ER just because it's not going to be anything. It's not going to be anything. But I'm glad we did because, and Zelly took me to the ER because Andrew was at work, and he was just gonna, he came home afterward, and she's like, just, go home, get some rest. And then when the doctor said surgery, she's like, I'm going to call Andrew. And he came up to the hospital for a little while. So, but for the time being, I am home. I am okay. I am pretty much on bed rest. Not allowed to get up right now. Andrew left and he literally barricaded me in so I can't get up. But yeah, so that's what's going on. And guys, I was really hoping that those ovaries would just kind of shrink back down, like those cysts would go away over time. Nope. They stay there. So, yay for diseased ovaries. But yeah, so that's kind of what's up. So I will not be sewing for a few days. If I get admitted, I will definitely be on the computer doing live streams and stuff like that with y'all. But I at least wanted to update you guys and say hi. And but yeah. This is kind of funny when you look at this. Oops, sorry. We're gonna close that up. I don't know if that has my address on it or not, but when with my hospital, when they release you from anything, they give you paperwork, and so it's kind of funny what they give you the paperwork on. What did they give me? Oh, that's diphenhydramate. Yeah, but it's funny that they do that. Anyway, guys, I'm probably gonna just kind of go and chill. My bird is getting noisy. I know, Papa. I know. The pets are a little. Snitch was very upset when I got home last night. He was just not sure what was going on. But y'all, thank you so much for your support. And those of you who watch this, I have started a Discord group for our YouTube chats, for our YouTube people here. So if you're a fan of Discord, you want to live chat with people in this that are Jimmy. If you want to live chat with people that are from this group, by all means, let me know, because I have started a Discord group, and it's going to be just for my YouTube buddies and me, and y'all. That way, y'all can keep in contact with each other easily. Gives you somewhere to go to talk to people. Kind of everything's. I'm not really putting a ton of rules on there because, number one, I don't really have time. Don't really have time to really deal with that right now. But the general rules of the Discord are going to be, courteous, polite, mind your manners type thing. So, but yeah, I've already got a couple. Skip and Troy have already joined. So if you guys are at all interested in it, comment and or send me a private message here on YouTube. There's now a message capability, or yeah. But if you're interested in that, guys, definitely hit me up, because and that probably was not the right word to use. I am loopy. I'm actually very long off my meds at this point. I'm in a lot of pain. You can't tell. I've become really good at masking the look of pain. But yeah, so one of the only indicators right now that I am in a lot of pain is my face. My face gets really paralyzed when I'm in pain or my body is going through stress. And Zelly said that's one of the ways she knew that we needed to go to the ER. She's like, yes, you are a drama queen. And I am a drama queen when it comes to pain. I'm a bit of a drama queen. But she's like, I knew. She's like, I could tell your signs. She's like, your face doesn't droop when you're not really in pain. But she's like, your face is drooping. And she's like, yeah. But basically, like, the doctor's like, yeah, whenever you're moving, you're basically cutting off that blood supply to that organ. So it's like not happy. So I'm like, yay me. So here I am, pretty much on bed rest. But it was not fun. They had to cath me last night. Oh my god. So while I probably could have somehow like manually made my bladder go, it's really hard with because I have the no colon thing. Generally, if I try to pee, I end up pooping. And that actually usually contaminates the urine sample. So they have to straight cath me, which is ow. But also, because of all the surgeries I've had, according to my doctor, she's like, your organs are she was doing my pelvic last year, and she's like, your organs are not in the right spot. She's like, normally cervix and vagina is like straight, yours is like tilted down and to the left. And she's like, and that was also evident when she was cathing me last night. She had a really hard time getting it. So yay me for weird body, but so far from what I could tell, the urinalysis didn't show anything. Blood work looked fine. I'm gonna look at my blood work when it comes up, because they say it's fine, but then, I have a consistently elevated, white count or something like that. But yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm on bed rest pretty much. So you guys I may be hanging out to doing completely high chatting at some point. Like, woohoo. I actually did really I was impressed with myself yesterday. I did really well through the morphine and the Benadryl, like keeping not so loopy and not zonking immediately. But when the fentanyl came, whew, fentanyl is strong, guys. Like you don't feel as much of a rush with the fentanyl as you feel with the morphine. Um, but holy shit. And I have to give props to the guy that drew my blood yesterday because the nurse, she looked in the same spot for an IV and she didn't have the tourniquet tight enough to really pop that vein. So she didn't feel that vein. He got that vein to pop twice. So he's like, yeah, that's a great vein. And if we end up back in, I'll be like, try that vein. But anyway, I am probably going to go unless peoples are here and want to chat. But Andrew is getting my medication. Hopefully we can get that working. I'm in a lot of pain. And I'm probably actually going to just zonk out till he gets home if I can. Because, ow. But y'all, thank you so much for your support and for hanging out with me. I'm sure you'll see me more in the next couple of days, and I'll try to keep you updated on what's going on. So, yay. But I will see you all later. Thank you all for your support, your love, your prayers, and I'll let you know what happens. But until next time, bye bye.